So, are you really interested in what is happening galactically around Earth at this time? Or maybe you are really newly awakened or even far along awakened as a starseed or a star being or a just evolve ascending being at this time that is more aware of your galactic self, these higher superconscious parts of ourselves. And so if this is something that you're interested, something that you are seeking community around, I am starting this next week. It will be Wednesday, February 19th. I'm going to have a free live Zoom, and that is going to be in kind of open live Q&A. Since this is a newly birthed group, I've been wanting this group for myself, but also wanting to be a part as a light leader, as doing so much work with this, as working with Starbeing since as early as I can remember, and having visitations from a lot of different ones that were not so great and also very positive and benevolent. And the purpose of this is all the positive benevolence. It is for peace on earth. This is for helping to come into our own, to really thrive in unity consciousness, really thrive in this ascending consciousness, and help to dispel a lot of falsities that are happening out there, as well as a lot of sources that are very mixed in nature, or they have a lot of agenda to them, quite honestly. And so really being able to, this next week is completely free. It is just come check out, bring your questions. It is to really explore this topic together. My purpose in being a, awakened starseed, and as a teacher and as an intuitive healer for the past 25 plus years, my work is really helping to, one, bring the cleanest, highest, most accurate channel to support people to have healthy resources and a supportive place to go, but also to support development in this, because there's a lot of internal work that needs to be done. The body's integrating light in a massive way. And so there's so much to this that it's quite a complex topic. And so if you're brand new, and for some people, there's just so much garbage and being implanted and drip fed and really, really programmed around fear of this topic as well. So the purpose of this is to really clean all that up, really elevate the understanding and the clarity of choice to participate or not. Although if you're here and you're listening to this, there's some at least curiosity about that. So come play with us. More about this is at intuitivlifestylesuccess.com. I have a lot of different offerings with this. I will be doing hopefully a monthly live for what I'm calling the calm unity space, because it's, unity, but not from I see a lot of kind of frightened gathering instead of really this calm unity. I want to create, my intention and vision with this is to create a sacred free flow of this higher calibrated space that we are really, really becoming so dynamic in our creation flow for a greater future, for what we're creating as what we're doing in life, what we're creating for kind of new sustainability directions for the earth itself, as well as a new way of really relating together. And so I know so many that I work with privately and over the years have really big roles in this. And so some of the groups, I have a Starseed alchemy group. This is for more advanced people who are really actively doing it. They're healers, they're creators, they're entrepreneurs behind the scenes, but then also really quite active with this development, which is super exciting. I also have the Starbeing group channel, which is going to be from my Galactic team, because I work with many different galactic families and it's always growing. I have new ones showing up all of the time. So those different beings that I work with, that I develop a rapport with, that work on me, so I'm always developing my skill set as well. They are showing me that, hey, it's time, and we're getting your nervous system ready to begin to do some group healing from some Palladian and Arcturian and a couple different, even Andromedan, that are really wanting to bring specific codes, but also support people in very specific ways in their development. So if you look at my site on the home page, it'll link you to a couple other pages to see a lot of different offerings that are around this topic and to see what resonates for you. So again, intuitivelife.success.com. It's a very exciting time to be on the planet. Today is the full moon in Leo, which is really moving into that core passion, which is part of where this really popped. Even this morning, I put everything together and went, oh my gosh, here it is. And for me personally, I've really worked with a lot of different groups and different groups this past year, and a lot of them fell apart, and a lot of them I began to what I call pop out, where it just, the alignment kind of shifted. I wasn't sure this was really working, and it's not that people aren't beautiful, wonderful people. It's just the awareness of, wow, it's time to create and step into where we're all supposed to be. So I know many of you, and I've heard this a lot with even private clients, wow, I'm really being pulled elsewhere. I'm being pulled onto a new line. I'm supposed to start something myself instead of being part of something. So this is where this full moon in Leo is really like pushing us all into that core passion specifically for you. So hopefully, as we have the courage to do this, as we have, I've worked with Starbeing since I was a kid. And so it's so funny to this last few years to begin to share privately with private clients and then share publicly, and now to be like, okay, really, like, all the blinders off. It's time to be like fully out there as the just wild, beautiful unicorn you are, and embracing that and living that, because I know that this is so much that is really coming into light for millions right now. There's millions waking up and not quite knowing what to do with it. All this light coming into the light body. For some, it's really creating a lot of detoxification effects. For others, it's really creating these real conflictual universes of, oh my gosh, like my universe of what I've done isn't working anymore. It's falling apart. And then this new one that's kind of coming into being. So there's a lot of us in interesting transition, both personally and professionally. So this is something that this work can be profoundly insightful, but supportive for you wherever you are in that transition for yourself. So exciting time to be alive, exciting gratitude to just be here. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you next week. Thanks, guys.